Good morning, folks. The time is 10:23 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 10th of December, 2025. And of course, that is the 11th for my friends down under, those folks in Australia. Big hello to the folks in Australia. A gigantic hello to the folks in the city with the most group members of any cities worldwide. A giant hello for those folks in Melbourne. Actually, a big hello to everybody, anywhere and everywhere around the world. All 15 of us, right? I hope you're all doing fantastic today, my friends. My name is Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. That group was so funny, we started it twice. That worked out very well for us. And you folks, you're you and you're amazing. And how do I know that? These groups, this community of ours wasn't amazing until you got here. And therefore, that means you're amazing, right? So that part's easy. And you, well, who else would you be, right? And who else would you want to be but you? So, folks, thank you for being you, and thank you for making this community of ours so successful, so funny, and thanks for making it the funniest city on the internet, population us. Funny people in a funny place, making people laugh. Cheers, friends. Like that new coffee cup? Picked it up yesterday. At the dollar store! I'd like to add it to the video at the beginning of our intro video at the beginning of these videos. Haven't done it yet. Can't find my little cell phone holder for my tripod, so I'll figure it out. So yeah, cheers, folks. Happy holidays. Hope everybody's doing great today. It is a Wednesday for me, Thursday for those folks in Melbourne. I'm going to be working a hockey game tonight. The Detroit Redwings are in town against our Calgary Flames. Calgary Flames have been playing really well lately, and unexpectedly well, and it makes me happy. I'm always rooting for the Flames. There's two different camps right now in Flames fans, and one's called Team Tank, and there's the team I'm on, Win Everything if you can. If you're into hockey and stuff like that, you probably understand the benefits of coming in last. If you can't come in first, you get a better draft pick. But I just love seeing the team win. That's for me. Like, I work there. And it just hurts not seeing them win, but I do understand the logic behind Team Tank. I can't get there. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Now, with Red Wings games, one thing you got to look out for is somebody throwing an octopus on the ice. There's a tradition there. You can look that up. Just Google Detroit Red Wings octopus. It's weird, and it happens almost every single game. Somebody gets one through. Well, I mean, I guess they tape them to themselves because an octopus isn't setting off a metal detector at the door, right? So hopefully we don't get an octopus on the ice tonight, although it is a tradition and it does happen, but it certainly slows things down. So, oh, and it's a half an hour earlier tonight, the game. It's usually our games are about 7 o'clock, 6:30 tonight, which is awesome, because if there's a change in the time, it's usually in the other direction, and we end up working later. So, cool. Looking forward to the game tonight. Glad it's a little bit earlier. It's going to be fun. I love my job. What are you doing, my friends? And why am I saying all the time? I don't know. Need to get a filter for that. But anyways, what's happening in your lives, my friends? I want to hear about it. Come on, we're rushing towards the end of the year. How's your year been? Are you celebrating holidays? Are you celebrating either Christmas, Hanukkah, Saturnalia, whatever it might be? Does this at this time of the year have any special meaning for you? I'd love to hear from you, even if it's as little as just a hello. I would love to hear from you folks. I ask every day. I'd love a comment. I'd love to hear a bit about your lives. I'd love to see photos. I just want to love to know about you, but in the least, can you hit that reaction button, like the thumbs up or the like button or whatever it might be, and if you can, just say hello. That would be freaking awesome. For example, I asked on Tuesday, not Tuesday, I'm making up stories. I asked on Monday for you folks to say hello. I heard from Diane Herr, and I'm pretty sure I've never heard from Diane Herr before. Thank you, Diane, so very much for taking the moment just to say hello. And it's real easy, folks. Just hello, hi, whatever it might be, just so I know you're watching. But I'm not lying when I say I would like to actually, move over a little bit here. I would like to know a little bit about you. I'd like to hear a little bit, not prying. We don't need your address or anything like that. Just that you're out there, that you're a person, that you have hobbies, you have interests. We'd love to hear any about that stuff. We'd love to hear anything about that stuff, my friends. And like I said, you got pets? Why don't you send a photo of your pets? I don't care if it's a frog or a hog or a cat or a bat or a dog or whatever it might be. Come on, folks. Let's see your pets. Let's see your plants. Let's hear about you. Once again, thank you very much, Diane. Glad you commented on the video. Love to hear from you folks. Told you what I'm doing. Maybe tomorrow we'll be talking about you. Please. So I asked this at the end of the last video, and I shouldn't have thrown it at the end of the video, because who watches the commercial and who watches past the commercial, right? I don't know. I don't know who watches it all. So I'm going to ask it now, before we get to our jokes, before we get to our featured posts. What's your favorite, either Christmas, Hanukkah, winter, what is your favorite movie or TV show, like TV special or whatever it might be, that for you kind of really nails down this time of year for you? What is your favorite seasonal movie, seasonal or holiday movie, for this season and these holidays? I'd love to hear it. I said in the video the other day, my favorite is A Christmas Story. I absolutely love it, but there's a lot that I like a lot. That just happens to be the one that really catches me. Now for TV specials, it's gotta, for me, I mean, it's gotta be the Charlie Brown Christmas, right? You know, these folks grew up with it. I've mentioned it before. That's what I grew up watching every holiday. But I love all of that. I mean, I love the Frosty the Snowman show. I love the creepy animated Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I just love that stuff. It talks to me. It brings me back to my childhood. What about you folks? What are your seasonal favorites? All right. So now we're going to get to our featured posts, folks. I've got 3 featured posts today. These are memes that made me laugh, and it was this morning that they made me laugh while I was prepping for today's video. I've got one from J.R. Ross. I've got one from Melissa Rinderknecht, and one from Michelle Finnerty. Now, we're going to put them in that order too. So we are going to start off with a post from J.R. Ross. Bring it up right now. Seasonal. Thanks, JR. I mean, I've seen similar posts like this and that, but they still make me laugh. And I haven't seen a whole bunch this year, so I don't mind seeing this. I don't mind sharing it. I don't mind laughing at it. Thanks, JR. You rock. Now the next one is from Melissa Rinderknecht. Bringing that up right now. If I don't move, maybe they won't see me. Maybe if your owner's a T-Rex. Awesome. Thank you so very much, Melissa. I love pets. I love dogs. And the next one is from Michelle Finnerty. Let me bring that up right now. And I think I resemble this one. Actually, I had a pretty good sleep last night. I'm just talking out my butt. Thanks, Michelle. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, JR. And thank you to all of you folks. Pew, 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 pew. For all your funny posts, my friends. You folks are the reason why there's 890,000 or so folks in this community of ours. It's not because of me. It's because of your funny stuff. So keep them coming in. Hey, maybe we'll hit 1 million. And if we do, it's because of you. Once again, cheers for being funny. All right, so we've got here. And where do we go from here? You know where we go. We go to those bad jokes. Why did Waldo go to therapy? To find himself, of course. I used to play poker with tarot cards until one time I got a royal flush and the King of Denmark died. What do you call an obnoxious reindeer? Rude off. What does a gingerbread use when he breaks his leg? A candy cane. How is Christmas just like your job? You work all year, and in the end, some fat guy in a suit gets credit for everything. I hope those made you laugh, friends, but I hope that all the time. First joke that I told today, the one about Waldo going to therapy, I got that one from my buddy Dave Knapp. Dave sends me jokes all the time, and this is one of those jokes. So thank you very much, Dave. The second joke is based on a joke by the famous comedian Steven Wright, one of the funniest people on the planet, if you ask me. It's not exactly the same words, but it's definitely his concept. So although I reworked it a little bit, it's his joke. I don't want to steal anyone's joke. And the next 3 jokes are ones that I just found or I've heard over the years cheesy Christmas jokes, right? So that's where I got my jokes today. And you know what I would love to do? I would love to tell your jokes. And if I do tell your jokes, I'm going to give you credit for them. How do I do that? Well, you got to send me your jokes if you feel like it. Why don't you send some jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com, and if I use your jokes, folks, I promise I'm going to give you credit for it. So send those jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com.
Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com, where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts, we got coffee cups, we've got to-go cups, we've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com.
Thanks for sitting through that little commercial, and I really do hope you check out our store. It's really helpful to us, but at the same time, the products are really, really good. I do stand behind them. And let's stop talking about the money, but let's start talking about the funny once again. Thank you for being so funny, and thank you for making this group of ours, this community of ours, so hilarious. I mean, it's not me, it's you, my friends. I might be mildly amusing at best. You folks are hilarious. The fact that we make so many people laugh every day makes me so happy to be part of this. All my life, I've wanted to make people laugh. Some people call that a defense mechanism, but I use it as a form of attack. Sorry. Just thank you so very much, and thanks for being you, folks. I'm going to be here again in person on Friday, or in video format, I should say. Hopefully you're here again too, but I'm here all the time. So we'll see you then. Keep laughing, my friends, and cheers.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.